Okay, so I'm here with Casey Allen. He plays third base, first base. He has a mean swing, and he's someone that I've built a relationship with. He listens to the things I say, and he's really learning how to hit. You know, I think there's going to be a ton of upside here in the future for him. So right now we're going to go over his approach at the plate, because you got to learn from your mistakes. You got to, keep evolving. And that's what the hitter's log allows you to do, which if you guys are interested in the hitter's log, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can get it for free. All you have to do is just pay the shipping on it. So right now on the screen, you see his hitter's log. And on the left side, we'll start over here. On the left side, you see he put fastball up and away, strike one. So up at the top is the S, and at the bottom is a B. So first pitch was a strike, next pitch was down, ball, the next pitch was up, and the next pitch was up. So he didn't put the pitches that he swung at. Do you remember what pitches did you swing at on this?
I want to say I swung at the last one. I think the last and the first one I think I swung at.
And then what's important with you said the last and the first one? So
yeah,
right
I think
here.
I took the second strike.
Okay, so you took that one. Okay, so what's important is jotting down your thoughts at the plate and what you're thinking, because then you'll start to understand like what things you're doing well and what things you're not doing well, right? After you see your data, and you'll also be able to make those adjustments quicker just because of that. Okay, so right here he says thinking middle away, good fastball up, need to see it down, and it was a strikeout. Okay, so that's that at bat. The next at bat was a fastball up again, strike one, fastball down, ball, fastball away, ball, fastball down and away, swung at it, and then fastball. He just put a one, so I'm sure that was middle, right?
Yep, middle.
And then, what would you say right here?
So I was looking middle way and a little up, and I check swung on 3-1, which was not what I was trying to do. And I think that kind of made me a little mad, and I think I carried that over into the 3-2 pitch.
So that's important as well. Like every pitch, you have to forget about it. The person that could forget about things the quickest are going to be successful. So it happened, move on. Okay, when you carry over things, then you're going to have bad success. My dad always told me that hitting and baseball, the mental side of it is like if you're walking to school. I used to walk to school when I was younger, and there was a lot of rocks on the ground, and he says when you're walking, and you're going through the field, there's a lot of rocks, Jermaine, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, now you just walk over those rocks, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, that's how you get to your destination. He goes, if you, let's just say you did it. Let's say that you went and picked up all the rocks and put it in your backpack as you walked to school. He said, what would happen? He said, and I said, I'll probably fall over. And he said, exactly. You wouldn't reach your destination. So when talking to you young players out there, when you're hitting and things happen like this, where you take a 3-1 check swing and you're like upset about it, forget about it. Don't put that rock into your backpack, because the more you keep doing that, you're not going to get to your destination. So he gave away this at bat because of that thought process of he was upset that he check swing on a 3-1 account. And over here there's a no Q or no quality. And I forgot to just mention this. Every at bat you're searching for a Q. The thing about baseball is that you can't control the outcome. You can't control the hits, but you can control the process. So this is the process. We're shooting for the Qs, and the no Qs that's not good. So you can hit the ball hard and get out and get a Q. And that's what you should be going home saying, man, I did well today. I got like 3 or 4 Qs. And I guarantee you, if you continuously get Qs, you're going to be a very successful hitter in this game. So the next at bat, I can't see over here. I think this was a 1. Fastball. And then he threw you what? Is that a curve?
Breaking ball down.
So breaking ball down, ball, fastball. Is that middle? You swung at this one?
Yeah, I swung at that.
And then
it was another breaking ball down, I think.
Breaking ball down, and then fastball up.
Yeah.
And you shook out that at bat too.
Yes.
And then what'd you write here?
Can't hit the fastball.
Oh, that's cracking me up. Don't be putting negative things, guys. When you do this, don't put negative things. You could put stuff like, I need to start sooner, because like this right here is like a negative statement, like, I can't hit it, which you can hit it. You just, you got to put like positive things. This is pretty funny, though. You got to laugh at this. And then let's go over here to the right, and he threw a fastball and hit a ground ball up the middle, and he got a hit. So that's a quality at bat. He was ready for the fastball, first one he's seen, and he got that hit. That was late last night, and the ninth inning he pinch hit. And that's hard, hitting off the bench, especially when you're facing 93, 94. And he came up and he got his hit, got us going in the ninth inning. So I didn't see this bat right here. So he just walked on 4 pitches.
Yeah, three balls, and then they just put me on for the 4th.
Oh, intentional walk. Yeah. That's a quality bat, so make sure you put that. So, all right, so you haven't had that many at bats, and from what your bats are, we have he's had more bats, and usually what I'm going to do here is go once a week with different guys and start, talking to them about their approach and plan at the plate. So as of right now, we kind of talked about this yesterday. You were talking about how you wanted to look for the ball down because you feel like you're going like this on the balls up, and you're definitely not dropping your back shoulder or anything. But what I feel is that you're just not getting to the fastball up right now, just a little late, and it makes sense because you haven't had that many ABs. So what I would advise you to do is all the fastballs up you've been missing, and so we're going to zone the pitch down in the zone until you get your timing back, and then we're going to look for the ball more and more up, because as we see right here, you're missing all the fastball ups, right? So we're going to do that, and then teams are challenging you. They're just going right after you. So you're going to get a heater. The odds are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So out of these 5 at-bats right here, you've only had 2 off-speed pitches. So teams are going to challenge you, and they're challenging you middle away. They're not coming in on you at all. So I would look for the ball down and attack that pitch early in the count and give yourself 3 good swings. You know where they're going to pitch you, and now you just need to stay off the fastball up, and hopefully the umpire gives you he doesn't call pitches. This league, they're calling pitches all over the place sometimes, but if you could zone the pitcher down and get a few calls where they don't call it like a super high strike, then you're going to put yourself in a good position, because the thing is, you are taking all the balls and you're just missing the fastballs up. So you're swinging inside the zone. From what I've seen also, you're in the zone, which that's good. As long as you're controlling the strike zone, you're not swinging at balls, you're going to give yourself a good chance. Now we just got to zone you down because your timing and rhythm is not there, right?
Right.
So the fastball's up. That was my approach. But your approach right now seems like fastball down is where you want to set your sights at early in the count. So that would be my adjustment for you as far as hitting, is look for something down, take the fastball up, and because you're just late right now. That's it. Right. It has nothing to do with your swing. It has nothing to do with anything. The other thing I would say is, when are you getting ready to hit? So what's your trigger when it comes to the pitcher?
First couple games I was going at handbrake, but then since I've been late, I've been trying to go a little earlier, sometimes when he gets to the top of his leg lift.
So maybe now you need to go right when he starts lifting up his leg, and then start getting ready to hit. That should be your trigger, And then again, zone him down in the zone, and look for fastballs. They've been challenging you, so it's coming. The probabilities of you getting a fastball is super high. So we just now need to look down and hit that, right? The other thing is, since you're late, your BP and your practice routine should be different. So like what I noticed was when I was late with my rhythm and timing, I couldn't have, and especially in your situation, like you're not playing every day. And when I wasn't playing every day in the big leagues and sometimes in AAA, you have to have a different BP routine, a different routine when you go to the field every day, because you can't just feel the ball to right center and right field like everybody else, because you're coming in facing 93, 94, 95, you know what I mean? So you have to push the ball a little bit further out front, so then when it comes in the game, it's going to be where you need to be hitting it. So in BP routines, I would start up like first round middle, second round maybe left center, and third round left center. Don't try to pull the ball, but just stay up the middle, just hit it to left center. Let your hands get out front, not try to pull it. Because first move, when we think pull, the first thing we do is we go here with our front shoulder. But if you're thinking hands out front hitting it, you're going to naturally pull the ball. And that's what the Upton brothers would do. I remember chatting with them about hitting, and they always used to say, hands out front, hands out front. That's what they tell themselves, and that's how they started driving balls. They didn't worry about their body. They're just getting their hands out front, hands out front to the baseball. So that's what I would like today when we take BP and we go out in that field. What I would advise you to do is push the ball a little bit more out front, and then in the game, more likely you're going to play today, look for the ball down and be ready to hit a fastball early in the count. And I think if you start doing that, you put some good wood on the ball, you start getting in the rhythm, you start getting your swings off, I think you're going to do well. I mean, you got your first hit, and now just build off that. Okay, I got that hit, it feels good, and let me keep going. This bat right here wasn't a good day for you. I know you were upset about it, but you ended the day off with the walk. And that's something too I want you guys to notice here. Most of all, you guys would think about results: strikeout, 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 3 strikeouts. That's a tough day, right? But what I would advise you guys to do is look at the process, look at the big picture. He didn't swing out of the zone. That's good. That's the first thing. He didn't swing out of the zone. He was swinging at pitches. He was being aggressive. And then the third thing too is like that last at bat, they were challenging him and he wasn't swinging outside the zone. And then they had to intentionally walk him because of the situation, and he was ready to hit. He was zoned in. So take positives from each day. There are positives in your day, even when it seems like it's a bad day. Again, you can't control the results, but you can control the process. So in the process, what are you doing good? Well, for me, I'm like, all right, you're controlling the strike zone. I know every time KC comes up to a bat, he's not swinging out of the zone. He's taking better bats than players that are playing every day, and he's not even like playing every day. So you got to you got to look at it in a different perspective. Baseball players that are successful look at things differently. And, that's why I love the hitter's log, because you start to visually see what you're doing. And you're like, oh, man, I'm on the right track. Right here, this is the formula for success. Now, when he gets his timing right and he gets where his zone is, where he can get his hits, he's gonna take off. So we have this right here, and this looks good to me. I also want to say this, like I said, about building. He struck out 3, ended up walking, and he carried that positive at bat over to the next game, and then he got a hit. And he's going to continue playing, and he's going to keep building off of it. Yeah, this was tough days, but he swung at strikes. Then he walked, build off that, and then keep going. Key here is we want to try to, maximize our cues and try to get as many of those as possible. So, you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. I think I'm good. Send the ball down and look for something out over the plate and just swing it strike and set my sights a little out farther.
Yep, set your sights a little out farther, and BP, just get your hands out there. Don't worry about your body. Get your hands out front to hit it, and hit it to left center. Think left center and BP. What about, do you like the hitter's log?
Yeah, I like to be able to see what I'm thinking after every at bat and what pitches I got, and just see what how it trends from day to day and see what worked for me that day and what didn't work for me that day. Because if you try to remember it all in your head, you're going to make mistakes and you're not going to really see exactly what was going on. But if you can write it down right when you get in the dugout, it's really helpful.
Yeah, and a lot of hitters, what they do is they repeat the same things over and over, and they're trying to figure out, like, why am I not having success? It's because you haven't thought about what's been happening, and so this allows you to like get results. Like your first at bat, you already see it, you were already making an adjustment after your first bat, after thinking about it. You're like, need good fastball up, need to see it down. Like you already were making an adjustment because you had thought about it. Right. And you wrote it down,
Right. I wrote down, like, I tried to write down, I forgot to do it on the third at bat, but like what number their pitcher was, so I wrote like 21 for Kingsport. He had a really good fastball, and he was challenging people up in the zone with it. And
Kingsport is our team.
I mean, sorry, it was Elizabethan, my fault.
Elizabethan, yeah. I see what you're saying. And always put the pitchers. I mean, obviously it's tough right here because they don't have numbers or names on the back. But if you can put the pitcher's name, and also put the catcher's name right here, because the catcher usually has patterns, and if he catches this day and the next day, you'll start figuring out what his patterns are at the plate. So always put the catcher's name. But you were saying?
I was just saying that I've tried to write that down, so if I ever see him again. But with him, I mean, he had a good fastball, hard fastball, and he was throwing it up in the zone. And then the next at bat, I was facing a different pitcher, and I went back to my approach of middle of the way and up, and I probably should have just still tried to see it down with how late I've been instead of going back to where I was before the game.
Yeah. But see, there you go. Now you start to know. You're jotting down and you're keeping this as a reference to make the right adjustments, right? Mm-hmm. So, let's look at a little bit on your left side right now. Let's see what that is, and then I'll let you go. So right now, I just want to go through the preparation. How did you feel before practice or game? You said you felt good. Definitely, write more in there if you can to give, a little bit, of what's going on. And think about also mental, like how do you feel mentally? Do you feel drained? Put all that stuff in there. The more you know about yourself, the better. What did you work on in practice or before the game? 2 rounds, but also put where you're putting the tee. Are you just putting it middle? Are you just putting it, middle away? Like, where are you putting it so that you have more of data of like what you're actually doing? And front toss as well, 4 rounds. Like, what did you do? Top hand? Did you do fungo? Did you do regular? Like, put all the specifics that you can. And like, what were you doing in each round? Were you trying to hit it to right center? Were you trying to hit to center? Were you trying to hit to left center? Like, put more into it, because this is just real general and you don't know what you're actually doing there, And then BP on the field, 3 by 8, 3 sets of 8. What'd you do as well? Were you trying to go to right center, center, and left center? Like, what is the plan here before the game? Because what you want to do is you should do everything with a purpose. This right here, you're just writing stuff down just to get it over with. This doesn't help you. So just get more in depth and keep that, jot that stuff down. And then what could you have done better in today's practice or game, and what should you work on in the later practice? Be more on your backside. Okay, yeah, see, and that's good. Like, say stuff like that, like be more on your backside, and you're basically going to start understanding like what you're doing as a hitter. And then what did you do well today in practice or the game? And then you said be more direct. That one should probably be there. And then you should be, you said you were being more direct.
I was trying to focus on being more direct
today,
and I felt like I was at least able to that was the day I got the hit. I put it in play compared to coming off the other day where I had 3 strikeouts. So I put it there, but I definitely still need to work on it.
Yeah, here you should put this here. Okay. And then here you should put like your positives, like in BP, I was driving the ball to right center, like positive stuff. And you want to put 2x more positives than negatives, because this right here, as hitters, baseball players, we're always looking at ourselves saying we could do better, we could do better. Now I'm going to challenge you to say positive things about yourself.
So even put stuff in like batting practice?
Batting practice, like anything, like put a lot of, like I always said, I always list out 2x more positives than what you have like in have to work on in practice. And I got this from, I think it was Sean Casey. He was talking about everybody has a bag, and all you're trying to do is put stuff inside your bag. And the more stuff you can put inside your bag rather than take out some negatives, the more success you're going to have as a player. So you want to put in here, my BP was good. I was hitting line drives. And you want to just keep putting stuff into your bag. And jot down all the positives. I felt good. I stretched early. Body felt good. Like everything you can imagine, and just keep piling in there. And eventually, you're going to have a lot of success, because you're just putting all this positive stuff into your bag. And then when you're playing defense, I fielded ground balls. I threw them out. I fielded 2 routine balls. I had 3 quality at bats. You just put as much positive stuff here, because what this is your trust with the coach. Your coach, he's watching the game and he's trying to figure out how he can trust you. Well, all these positives right here is like what he's seeing, and you want to keep adding and loading this up, because then he could say, oh, this guy's a ball player. I can trust him to do all the things that I need to do for the game today. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. If you haven't got your hitters log yet, I'll leave it in the description below. I want you guys to comment below and give Casey a shout out. Follow him. You have any social medias?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Casey Allen 17.
Casey Allen 17. Go and follow him and give him a shout out. Tell him some good stuff below. I want to see some nice comments from you guys. And again, go get your hitters log. You can get it for free. Just pay the shipping on it. I'll send it right out to you. You start jotting down everything just like Casey, and start making adjustments so you can get better. I guarantee you by the end of this summer, Casey's going to be a better player. He's going to follow through with all this, and he's going to start getting success, and he's going to start understanding how to hit, because the game is the best hitters can control their bats. Guys that struggle aren't controlling their bats. Now this is how you control it. So with that being said, if you guys like this and want more content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys. I'm signing out.